Please welcome Shanti Korporaal.
Hi, I'm here today talking about something I'm really passionate about, which is virtual reality and stuff we're doing with it and stuff we're going to be doing with it, and what we're all here about, the impact on the network. Okay, the revolution's here. We've been talking about it. It's actually come up all day. And it's regularly in the news, all that sort of stuff. You can even get 360 experiences straight to your phone on the Facebook app and the YouTube app. So why now? We've had virtual reality for decades. It's been massive and clunky in the past, and now it is cheap and easy to use, and basically any user can access 360 experiences, and they're great quality now. They used to only really be used because for like defense force and stuff like that, because they had a lot of money and they could pump it into their training programs and labs where geeks would test it in these big rigs. But now you can get just as good a quality almost on a little headset with your own smartphone. Is this going to impact the network? Of course it will. With the data sizes that we're seeing in a couple of slides, I'll show you, the data is massive. And it is going to, similar like we've been talking about the Netflix effect, we're going to have the VR effect. Okay, where are we now? So in March 2014, Facebook bought Oculus Rift, and we all know Facebook does really cool stuff. Head-mounted displays, we've got the Samsung Gear VR, we've got Oculus Rift development kits, and we've got Google Cardboard, which can actually be purchased for like $2 a pop, which is basically makes it really easy for any smartphone to become a 360 device. The gaming and adult film industries are already making big bucks out of it. Yes, I went there, and it's even before lunch. And this year we've already seen presidential debates and sporting events and music events all on live streaming, which actually has a massive impact on the network. Next year, we've got VR Christmas. All the headsets are going to be readily accessed for consumers. The gaming and adult film industry are going to really start to pick up. PlayStation are releasing their VR, Xbox and Oculus have paired up, and Windows 10 is already VR ready. And Nintendo NX, there's been a lot of rumors about that, but we'll see what comes next year. We've got the first VR movie, well, should be getting the first VR movie. Hopefully it's going to be Star Wars 8. That would be really fun. And one of the things I'm particularly passionate about is the rise in business usage. So we're going to see tourism, anything for high value sales, basically. It's going to shorten the sales process immensely. We've done a few videos of a luxury yacht. So you can imagine you don't have to ship the yacht around to sell it. The person can experience the pricey yacht for a fraction of the cost. And Apple. Apple hasn't exactly done anything yet that we can see, but they are buying lots of people, they're buying talent, they're buying businesses, and they've had patents for many years. So the content that we've got so far that is actually accessible for all users, 360 photos, so it's basically Panorama++. You can look up, look down, but the experience is still. One of my favorite ones is on Mars, and you can see the stars on Mars. It's absolutely amazing. And we've got 360 videos, which are now being called experiences, because when you wear the headset and you're totally immersed in the video, you actually feel like you're there. It's actually kind of funny watching someone wear it for the first time. We've got VR live chat rooms, which is kind of like Second Life and real time. And we've already had live streaming events. 360 gaming is massive, it's already massive, and it's going to keep growing. I've been talking to a few people in the gaming space, and they are already excited about it. And education, training. It's been around in the Defence Force, those kind of things, but it's going to become more mainstream. Google have already partnered with quite a few schools in the US to do some really cool stuff with education. This is the fun stuff. So what are we going to use VR for? We've been talking a lot about today, a lot about the use cases for these big bandwidth, big data. And this is what it is. We've got education, health, rehab, therapy. Imagine you've got someone with agoraphobia that can't leave their house. Ship them a headset with a phone, or they've already got their phone. And with the guidance of a therapist, they can actually overcome agoraphobia from the comfort of their home. There's been some really good exposure therapy studies coming out of the US, and they've been using kind of quite beta technology for quite some time now. They've been doing tests with VR surgery for training, gaming, I've already said it, and entertainment. So we're going to see movies, concerts, all those sort of things where people are going to find a new way to experience things that they already do. Experiences are going to be big. People that might not be able to afford to stay at in a luxury yacht or a luxury hotel, they'll be able to experience that. Or you'll have tourism business that will be able to sell a $40,000 or $50,000 experience very quickly simply by putting on a headset and the person's sold. Content. So there's a lot of content already, and there are some really cool people pairing up to make VR experiences. Qantas and AWOL have done some really nice fly-throughs of Hamilton Island and the Great Barrier Reef, and they are beautiful. And on the Oculus Store, you can get a really nice 360 photos, and you can get 360 experiences. One of them being this Cirque du Soleil experience, which you can actually play with outside. But it's beautiful, it's amazing. Going there again. So the data. These file sizes are massive. You're talking 20 minutes for like 4 gig, and that's to your phone. This isn't on a computer, it can be on a computer, but we are talking about large gigs of data straight to your phone via a wireless connection, because no one wants to plug in their phone. Just a quick side note for context, the average Blu-ray rip of a movie is 4 gig. So 20 minutes for 4 gig or 2 hours for 4 gig. VR experiences are quite big compared to your average movie. So we've talked about this a lot today, and these are some of the use cases for these networks. We've got struggling speeds already, and with mobile networks the way they are, and Wi-Fi networks the way they are, we are going to see some large contention for these kind of services. With 20 minutes for a 20 minutes video, 4 gig to your phone over a Wi-Fi network, we're going to see some massive contention. And I know in my apartment building, we're already fighting for this. So just to go over this quickly, we're already in data plan hell. From the user's perspective, they have to pay $80 for 11 gig a month. And 4 gig for a video is not going to get you very far. Thanks to Netflix, fixed line plans have kind of been increased to help with this, but mobile networks are going to struggle with this. And we're going to have to figure out how to deal with these large file sizes over the network. So, next couple of years, we're going to see more data, we're going to see more apps deliver more of these kind of services. We've already talked about the death of traditional SMS and calls, but we're going to need more speed, more coverage, and we're going to see high demand for these kind of services. From your basic user, any kind of virtual reality, Internet of Things, streaming video, it's going to put more and more stress on the network. And as we've already said, consumers don't necessarily want to pay more. So we're really going to have to start innovating how we deliver these services. Virtual reality is here. It's not going anywhere. It's only going to be followed up quickly by augmented reality, which is going to be even more so. Large file sizes, I can't stress it enough. These file sizes are only going to get bigger. We're going to have more data getting to more mobile phones.